Season 12, where Malphite reigns supreme in the top lane against these AD assassin compositions. And this is what we've been saying about these two teams throughout the split. It felt like J-Team was just an upgraded version of Beyond Gaming. They had a little bit stronger in the mid jungle, but still very tempo focused. And this seems like if it works against Beyond Gaming, it might work against J-Team as well. So if Beyond Gaming managed to take this one down, we will be heading to our first 5-game series of the best of 5. And you know me, I like my BO5s, I like my silver scrapes, so I'm not even going to pretend to be impartial in this one. On to the Rift we go. Hopefully Beyond Gaming, with their ingenuity, can take us all the way there. We're going to be taking a look at the summoners here. It's going to be a Comet coming in for long into this matchup, and PTA for the Lucian.
Yeah, a little bit more combat power coming in from this Malphite, of course. You are melee into a ranged matchup, so you would like a little bit more fighting capabilities against a champion like the Jace, especially since you aren't going to get those grass procs consistently. So makes a lot of sense in this case. But of course, when it comes to team fights, you won't have that extra healing capability that a grass would give you. So maybe not going to be able to stay alive as long, but you know, it's about getting out of the lane phase as a Malphite.
I want to ask you what you feel about this Lucian pick, since it's been a very long time since we've seen this matchup up against the Xayah.
Yeah, it has certainly a lot of dueling potential, and man, Wako just plays it to a T. Plays him like a fiddle right there. If you land the stun, of course, there's a lot of burst potential because you have PTA and you also have the Leona passive. So I like this approach from J-Team. The issue has been they haven't looked great when it comes to taking the 2v2 so far.
Yeah, very interesting exchanges down happening in the bot lane. They do see the ward coming out from J-Team, so the pings are going down here from Konga, and you can see that, hey, you guys have better beware that Lee Sin can actually just come over the Drake pit if you don't have a ward ready. So we see Uniboy helping out with the situation as well. And that's a very interesting gambit here as Minji, now taking a favorable trade against Uniboy, gets both procs of the Petricide burst down for some much-needed lane presence that we've not seen just yet in this series. And Little V gets hooked out of nowhere again! Nautilus is just the kryptonite to Little V! How does this keep on happening?
Oh man, first blood going into the hands of Beyond Gaming. Imagine you find a magical hook and Little V, even with the Lucian, having the early dash potential, unable to sidestep it, unable to dash out of it as well. Great start for the bot lane, and this has been the clear win condition for Beyond Gaming. Play around this bottom side. They can win lanes for you, and it shows here once again.
I just can't believe this is happening once again, over and over. That dredge line just securely nailed to the face of Little V. Nowhere to hide, nowhere to go. We're gonna have a gank coming in by Husha here. Let's see if they can find the Qs here. A ward hop into the stun, forces the flash. Uniboy gonna flash out immediately underneath tower. Husha not gonna chance it as the charm is still there. And Beyond Gaming get off to a great start. The best start that we've seen this series so far.
Yeah, it looks like a completely different game right now. From the side of Beyond Gaming, they find an early gank into the mid lane. Also something that I mentioned, hey, get him the Silas, also throw in a gank into the mid lane, put Uniboy on the back foot. Now he doesn't have flash. He has to respect the Silas that much more. He also has to respect the roam coming in from a Nautilus without his flash. So there's just so much extra threat onto this Ahri pick now that Beyond can play a lot more flexibly. They have so many more options available to them. Minji even going for a very early roam. Husha on the way as well.
Minji is spotted out, though. Hecarim should know that he's here, but the three-man gank is incoming. Liang tanks the tower a little bit too early. Driver gonna flash out, and the jungle is here. Can they find the kill? They do get one. Minji able to flash out, and Ari still isn't there. But Kongri will find one. Will he be able to find two? There's no flash, and the double kill goes over to J-Team. So Kongri makes that a futile trip.
Yeah, big win for J-Team in being able to counter things out for the side of Beyond Gaming. At the very least, they are able to kill Driver, deny that extra gold from those minions, but getting the assist gold, getting the assist EXP is also going to help as well. So pretty much that dive neutralized because of Kongria's timing. And another thing to bring up is the fact that Kongria has gone for the Conqueror, so he understands he can just 1v9 this game because of how low range Beyond Gaming are.
We're going to see another hit onto Uniboy.
Oh, good charge.
Half his HP, but Husha could just be dying right here. A free kill. Back to Uniboy.
Oh, it felt like he may have A-clicked in that last moment there, which brings him close enough to the tower for that third tower hit to come through. J-Team, they are able to find the answers.
Wako now getting tagged down by Enzo. Little V can't really answer back here. So it's just a good HP trade there. But the most critical thing is mid jungle for J-Team cannot be kept down. Once again, they're creeping up onto the kill boards. 3-0 now. And I feel like with this, they could move around the map very easily and just wipe away some of these losses happening in the side lanes. Gonna get found. He's gonna instantly flash out in here. The jungle in comes Husha. Here's the 3v3. Little V gonna back out, and now Enzo's dropping incredibly low. He flashes out. Wako will find the kill though. He's chasing over to Little V. He still has both his summoners. He's gonna have to burn the flash. That should be the Drake start.
Beyond Gaming, when push comes to shove, go straight back to their bread and butter. Just get Wako more resources. And it pays off right then and there. They managed to get the kill onto Wako. He is now going to have the minion advantage along with that extra kill. So his build, very accelerated. And given that we're seeing the crit build coming out from Lucian recently, which I fully expect to happen here as well.
Uniboy does find the charm onto Minji. Minji actually goes back for a little bit more. He does have the onslaught of shadows, but isn't able to use it before he just goes down. Nicely played by J-Team, and I feel like we're seeing cyberbullying from both sides. J-Team are just going to pick on Minji until the end of the world, and Beyond Gaming are just going to do the same to Little V.
Yeah, it's definitely very clear points of weakness that both teams are trying to take advantage of here, and it's paying off so far. As the gold, not really that large of a gap because of both teams playing towards their win conditions. Just continue to bully these weak points. Driver will spot out this Rift Herald take, but Kino already on the rotation. He's already here, but Enzo making his move over. We could see yet another fight.
There's no TP for Beyond Gaming on the top side. It's going to be a 5v4. Kongria going to go in a little bit early. He gets chain crowd control and just killed. Beyond Gaming somehow are going to take this one 4v5, potentially 4v5 in that sense. A little bit of a mistake from Kongria, and the snipe doesn't go through. So Husha should be able to secure this one.
He will be able to secure it and also gets over the wall. As we head into the replay on how things played out in this mid lane, Uniboy has just been on point this entire series, even in that game 1 loss. Very snowballed on the Syndra. Unfortunately, just got picked off time and time again. But on this Ahri pick, also showing up. But in that last fight where we saw Konya get picked off, J-Team just didn't have any way to play out the fight. After your big front line goes down, he's super accelerated. He's even going for the big carry build. I believe that is the Divine Sunder here, or it could be a Triforce. Yeah, it's the Divine Sunder.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
most
yeah.
board definitely defines
But
him. Yeah.
but Minji holding on to the Hecarim ultimate pretty much denies any further access coming in from J Team into that Rift Herald.
Yeah, it was such a smart move coming in from a Minji right there. I mean, they know that Kongre doesn't have his ult. He's kind of a sitting duck if he comes in, and Kongre tries to contest and gets pays heavily for it. That's one of the things I do like about Beyond Gaming play is that they're willing to thread the needle and just try to go for tempo plays, even when they know that the encirclement is coming and that they're playing 5v4 on that side of the map. They make it work somehow. Kudos to them. Now Beyond Gaming are looking to crack open this mid lane here, as they do have quite a bit of vision advantage on the bottom side. Let's see if Leon favors a trade. Wako gonna take half his HP as Lil V just uses the ultimate as a zoning tool here. The culling going down. Now let's see if J Team fancy a fight. This will be a 3v3 if it starts, but they're holding back for now as they are at the deficit here. And we'll see if Uniboy can find something here. Shouldn't be possible given how much wards Beyond Gaming has here, but this dance is getting super tense.
Yeah, at the moment, things just at a bit of a standstill. Of course, 70 seconds until the next dragon. That should be the next point of interaction between these teams as they try and either set up for the dragon or find a pick before the dragon to clear out some space. As this should be the last wave taken by both teams. Maybe Husha actually stays around to throw down the Rift Herald and gain some tempo. But if that happens, like J Team, they're already on recalls. So it looks like both of the solo laners going for recalls. Liang actually investing the teleport to return top lane. That's a key summoner to keep track of.
Yeah, even J-Team was a bit surprised by that play. Husha now showing in the bottom lane, but there's not going to be any support from the top side. It looks like Beyond Gaming just trying to catch J-Team off guard with a tempo play or trying to get a good back here from Wako. Let's see which one it is. J-Team should be very comfortable in just starting this Drake afterwards, especially if they catch out these backs. They see everything here, and they are moving straight for the Hextech Drake that we have coming up next. Driver, meanwhile, in the top lane, is still in a fairly comfortable position, has gotten close to 2 plates down. J-Team should just get this one for free. That being said, Husha is getting very close to the scene. We'll see if he can find a steal or anything, but should still be very much in J-Team's favor, as we have Uniboy keeping Silas underneath tower. And after the fact, Beyond Gaming walking into this one, they don't find any of the skill shots. A bit of a whoopsie doozies on both sides. Nothing lands. I'm very surprised about this. And yeah, J-Team just collect their rewards and walk away.
Yeah, will be J-Team just securing the dragon and walking off, but Husha still wants a little bit more. Positioning very aggressively behind the J-Team duo, and now he's approaching the tower. Does he want to force a dive?
Kino does find the death charge. They get the kickback onto Little V, but it's not enough.
He's soloed.
There they go. He gets the assassination down onto him. Wako has to run away from his own tower, though, and will Ari come back to close the trap. Looks like he's tied up at the moment with Minji. So Beyond Gaming find another 2 kills onto the bottom lane of J-Team. Well, in the meantime, Uniboy gets the bully away onto Minji. It does seem like the cyberbullying is working a little bit better for Beyond Gaming, though, as they should be able to take the first brick gold here, plus the 2 kills. Pretty sizable lead.
Yeah, and now we'll get to see the replay. I mean, this was a pretty clear gank. You saw him just approach through the ward. The hook lands onto Enzo. That means there is a clear angle for Husha to just jump onto Lil V. He doesn't have any move speed, doesn't have really any summoners as well. So once that kick lands, he just has no way to outplay this situation. So instantly gets blasted. And Husha finds himself with 2 kills, completed Gore Drinker. He is very, very strong.
And I do want to ask you about this offensive build from Kongre. Do you think, because he's pretty much the only tank on the team, do you think his team can actually sustain him going for this one? It seems a little bit risky in the face of how much damage Beyond Gaming has been getting through these kills.
Well, the big thing here for Korea is the fact that a lot of the engage coming in from the side of Beyond Gaming is going to be targeted towards that backline, right? You're not going to be using the Malphite ultimate onto a target like Hecarim. So when there's so much dive coming out on the side of Beyond Gaming, you can afford to be a little bit more risky because
oh, Wako might just be caught out here. He dies after the flash. Great prediction from Uniboy, and he gets the resets. He's chasing down in for more. Let's see if he can find another charm onto these targets. He does get it onto Husha. Onslaught of Shadow comes in. They burst the Blind Monk down, and that's 2-0 in favor of J-Team. Leon does get the flash, but not anything more.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's all they're able to get out of that fight. And J-Team once more find a great fight. Able to find the early pick onto Wako. And Wako even dies after the flash. That's 2 summoners down onto this champion. And unless if he's able to nail his ult timing, he is going to be very, very vulnerable to this J-Team. As we get to see the replay, he gets caught out on vision and instantly they just go onto him. The flash comes through, but the charm still lands to finish things off. And afterwards, so much of their damage gone. Minji has the Hecarim ultimate, but doesn't find an angle to actually use it. So he can't do anything in this fight because he's not coming in from a flank angle.
Really greedy coming in here from kind of greedy from both AD carries, honestly, in that situation, as we saw Wako just straight up walking through a scuttle crab there. Gets caught out, pays with his life for it, and J-Team find themselves into a very comfortable position, at least with the Ahri. I think Uniboy, at this point, he's got his Magi ready. He knows that he's going to carry, and he's laughing his behind off. I've never seen Uniboy so happy in a series. I'm not sure what's happening, but I actually feel more scared of Uniboy when he's laughing like that.
Yeah, he can sense it. He's just playing a hell of a series so far. So well in the lane phases and each and every one of these 4 games. But for Beyond Gaming, the story's not quite over yet because they are only down 1,500 gold. But Wako potentially caught out once more. He will be able to hold his nerve though and hold on to that ultimate.
Really nicely done. He dodges away from Enzo's engage, keeps the Featherstorm there, and Beyond Gaming will be able to defend against this Herald. Let's see if they can take it off before the charge, but they're not going to let them. In goes the attack. Will Uniboy just fall down? He does just get taken out by Leon. Enzo is the next one on the target. 2 kills over to Beyond Gaming, and Beyond Gaming just read J-Team like a book. They know they don't want the Herald to go to waste. They catch him out in the act, and they are going to take the initiative here. This should be 1 Drake and a lot of tower damage onto this one, as Driver and Little V will struggle to defend this against this completely.
Well, it looks like Beyond Gaming will settle for that dragon. That is still a very good win for them, especially when they have such a dive-heavy composition, right? So the extra regen is going to be incredibly beneficial for them, as Beyond, he just finds the perfect ultimate. Yes, it's onto only the mid-jungle, so it's not, you know, the greatest value, but that's more than enough. Once you get that first pick, then Minji, he steals away the Leona ultimate and sets them up for a second pick. So I love how that transpired for Beyond Gaming. They bite back, and now the lead is closed down to 800 gold. So things looking very, very lively in game number 4.
I just want to mention Uniboy lost all of his stacks on that play as well. He just built his Medjai's, got 5 stacks on it, instantly losing all of them on the first time. So that does put him in a little bit of a gold deficit into the next couple of minutes. He can certainly claw that one back. But you know, definitely not what you want to see if you want to snowball, especially with Lucian here as well. Oh, Little V gonna dodge out on this one. Okay, doesn't have all old man fingers. Here comes the engage. Featherstorm from Wako. He's gonna jump out, just kill Enzo right away, and Hecarim says goodbye too. Not sure that's the play that they wanted to go for. Beyond Gaming, they teleport a very low HP Liang in, but it doesn't matter. They're gonna take the tower here.
But the flank. Uni
Can
boy.
he find something? Can he find Shock Blast? Shock Blast? Shock Blast? Oh, no, okay. Jace isn't coming over.
Yeah, and it looks like Driver was able to find a big trade onto Liang, I would expect, or it came from Uni Boy. I wasn't sure where Liang was when that play started out here. We'll get to see the replay. Yeah, it ends up being Driver getting a bunch of damage down right before the teleport goes through, but it doesn't matter because Wako has been the superstar for Beyond Gaming. When it's been these fights that his team needs them to win, he is the one to carry the damage load, and he is the one to perform. That's exactly what happens here. Remember, J-Team, they don't have a hyper tank in the top lane, right? Because Driver did go for the Jace pick rather than the tank matchup. And as a result, you can see J-Team, with and without those tanks, look a little bit off kilter.
They can't afford to do half measures against Wako. I gotta say, but Wako was very far away from dying there. He still had his cleanse and he still had his flash. Now Kongri gonna go in for a charge.
He's a very tanky boy.
Malphite. Yeah, I'm not so sure about that one. They do get the ultimate. Flashy. Maybe this. Okay, they're still going for him, and they will chase him down. So the J team with a much better map read than the casters have been able to provide, and they will get the bot lane tower. I think it will be a turret trade, but up 1 kill, you definitely take those.
You take those, but unfortunately, when you look at the dragon timer, there's still plenty of time before the dragon, so it ends up being somewhat inconsequential. And then you consider the Summoners invested, right? They had to burn the flash onto Driver, a very key target for Beyond Gaming in these team fights, and Kongra loses the go, so a decent chunk of damage taken away from him when it comes to setting up for this next dragon. So those are just timers to be aware of when we go in then into that fight. And at the very least, will be towers kind of traded across the map. J-Team will be the ultimate victors, but Driver possibly caught out.
Let's see if Driver can escape from this one. He does have extra movement
Spider-Man
speed.
chasing them down.
Well, and here comes Lee Sin as well.
They really want this, Clement!
Driver does have the TP, but not enough time to use it. He's a dead man. He just overstayed.
Yeah, and this is a free kill because they... Okay, well, he's burning a lot of time, but it's still a free kill because they don't have... he doesn't have a flash. He's way too far up. Yes, he has a teleport, but by the time he respawns, that's a win. The dragon is going to spawn out. So J-Team, they need to stall out a little bit to make sure that the ward is in a good spot for Driver to come in with the teleport, and then they will be able to kind of reestablish themselves. But a nice pick from Beyond Gaming that's ultimately very, very free because they didn't have to invest Summoners themselves.
Yeah, you ideally want to be on the objective about 30 seconds ahead, and this means that Beyond Gaming are going to have instant access. However, Driver will be able to TP in 1 second after the Drake spawns. He's doing it on the tower right here. So Beyond Gaming, not really able to take a lot out of this one. And it doesn't look like they are going to contest in the end. Minji does have he does have the TP here, but he's going for a very long flank. Expect J-Team to actually engage on this one. No, it will be Beyond Gaming forcing the issue right here, but they don't find Uniboy. That's 2 members dead already. Beyond Gaming completely fumbled the play, and J-Team says, "Give me." As they chase down the backline carries, that's going to be 4 members dead. Okay, that was a spectacular fail from Beyond Gaming.
It was an absolutely epic flop coming in from Beyond Gaming as they just fizzle out when it comes to approaching the team fight. Yes, they secure the dragon, so at least that's all well and fine, but they could lose out on the Baron buff. Fuchsia could also just die here. He will be able to trade 1, but that's all he'll get. And ultimately, when the other team's going to get a Baron buff, it is so worth for J-Team, so they are in perfect position to end this 3-1, but the teleport coming in, Liang wants to have a say in it, and he will be able to deter the rest of the take.
What
Alright, replay time.
Here? I don't get it.
Minji, he just gets completely read Driver, with how much damage he has, just instantly blasts him, and they don't have any other dive champion to help out Liang. And yeah, I mean, everything fizzles out there. Wako, unfortunately, can't 1v5, even with the help of his Nautilus there. And Uniboy, I think he's taking more of a, front-to-back approach with this Ahri, whereas we saw Minji, he really held off on his LeBlanc cooldowns on dumping it onto the Malphite. Uniboy's very happy with dumping it onto the Malphite because of, just no resistances on this Malphite against the magic damage. And, of course, Ahri also has a little bit of true damage as well.
Enzo trying to bait out his position, giving away a lot of HP, and the Dreadline does find him. Can he get the ultimate? No. Ahri trying to look for the angle, but the stasis will deny. Keep Uniboy alive. The charm lands onto
Minji
and they find the kill, but no! It will be Uniboy though as the first one going down. Driver now being chased across the board. Liang gets the slowdown. There we go. Wako with another kill. That's going to be the double. And things are turning around. Husha might chase everyone down right here. He's very fed as a Lee Sin. Out of nowhere. I'm at a loss for words this game. Honestly, this game has been so back and forth with such weird playmaking.
I mean, Beyond Gaming, they identify, hey, look, Liang's the only one. If we're able to kill Uniboy, Liang can't die anymore. So they immediately target down onto Uniboy. Uniboy gets caught out with his positioning as well. And the moment he gets removed, all threat is removed off of this J-Team squad. They do a nice little bait there to land the Shock Blast, but look at Uniboy's positioning. He's trying to get the flank, but immediately kicked straight into alley-oop coming in from Liang. So he has to burn that Zhonya's, and then the follow-up, the hook lands onto the Ahri, and that is fight done. This is so chaotic, and while it feels like it should be the type of fight that Illusion likes to have, again, if he has to deal with a champion like Malphite, he can't get around the big tank to actually get access onto the back line.
The anti-synergy from J-Team there was astounding. They baited half of Enzo's HP for just a Shock Blast. And then did you see what happened? Like, Enzo used the ultimate, forced the Feather Storm from Wako, and that allowed him to avoid all the damage from the culling. The culling didn't land a single shot. And then you saw Hecarim take the Death Charge back and knock up Driver. So Driver was like left in no man's land with his tank behind him and gets killed.
This is not the ride share I asked for.
I know, that was... My brain is really hurting from these last two team fights because Beyond Gaming completely fumbled one, and then J-Team send one right back. So, I guess we're back to even ground. Here we go. The tables have reset. Kino does have a cleanse right here. The first support to fall down will be on the side of J-Team, but they also dodge out on the unstoppable force. Yeah, Minji going in with the culling of his own. Culling versus culling is like a real good Western right here. Beyond Gaming still trying to push forward with the Baron buff. Uniboy not going to find the charm just yet. And Korean has to back out. So we are going back to some normalcy right here. Hopefully.
20 seconds until Ocean Soul, though. That's going to be the next target, even with the siege coming through. Oh, that's a big Shock Blast.
Huge find here by Driver. Can he find another? That's a question. It's a static 16-second cooldown onto the Shock Blast. He's moving up for another one, but Wako gets the better of him. That will force the Jace away. Beyond Gaming now turn back towards the objective. They are still waiting to catch out Kongra. Ooh, that was so incredibly close. The Everfrost nearly gets a hoof off of the Hecarim.
Still Dragon Soul.
Yeah, Beyond Gaming do end up chaining these major objectives with each other. J-Team now find themselves even in gold, but not really in terms of value, as the poke they can throw at Beyond Gaming is going to matter a lot less.
Yeah, and if you look at the item builds, there's no heal reduction coming in from J-Team. So how do they deal with the double Conqueror in the Lee Sin and this Silas? It's very hard to deal with. There's a little bit of healing coming in from Wako with that Eclipse, but for the main the main thing is you have to deal with a Silas healing. You also have to deal with a Lee Sin Gore Drinker healing. These are two champions that you just don't want to have that extra durability on, because they're such a nuisance to deal with how much mobility and how much damage they bring to the table.
Don't worry, boys. Uniboy's got you covered. Not only is he's the only AP damage, he's also the only anti-heal. So, trust in Uniboy? Maybe?
He has to find massive value from all of his skills, and even Kino is starting to get a little bit tanky. Interesting enough, he's gone for a QSS. So understands that he cannot get picked off in these situations, but he also has to be the one to face check. Wako eats a large chunk of damage, but they need more of those shock blasts.
That's the ultimate from Leona gone as well. Very haphazard attempt right here, and Beyond Gaming are just going to walk this tower down. Looks like J-Team, no, they can't contest. Look at this. Wako is already back to completely full HP after that single push. They're just going to hold their position. I'm checking the map for potential flank positions right here. There's only one teleport, and it doesn't look like Driver does get a chance here. Yeah, that's a very
deep ward on that Baron tri-bush, but it's going to be hard to find a flank from a Jace to actually utilize that ward.
Oh, so do see Leon getting taken down. Culling also there, and Leon takes... well, that's a big Rock Boy for you, and that's what Rock Boy do. He doesn't take much damage after that one. I think we're just going to hold this position until we get into a Baron fight. What does JT need to do to actually get back?
For J-Team, they have to find an isolated pick because, again, it's going to take a lot of resources to finish off the kill because of that extra Ocean Soul healing. So they need to find an isolated pick because if it takes too long to finish off a target, the rest of Beyond Gaming will make it in time, and with that deficit in cooldowns, the fight should just really snowball out of control towards Beyond Gaming. So even though it's a very small gold lead, because of the extra combat power from Ocean Soul, it's much larger than it seems.
We need a fast, decisive end for the side of JT to come back, make sure that regen doesn't come into play. See if Uniboy can find that charm. There's still a bubble on top of Wako. He does have the Knight's Edge here, so we'll stay relatively safe throughout all of this. Now Little V trying to pop the bubble. Doesn't find the W just yet, but I like this position from J-Team. They definitely have heard your comments through space and time, and they know that they have to stay hidden. They have to look for the pick. Beyond Gaming so far, not giving them the opportunity, and we have the Baron spawn now. If you're J-Team, do you go out for this one?
It almost feels like you have to, right? Because if Baron goes down, you don't have a whole lot of wave clear with just this Ahri, right? And it's going to take a lot of effort to try and clear these minion waves, but they're a little bit slow on the uptake.
Yeah, we are getting very close into the Herald. Leon could just find a two-man unstoppable force. They're going to open up onto Enzo. Enzo nearly taken out immediately. Lil V is going to flash back, but they still lose Driver in the middle of the fight. Lil V still trying to kite back with the red buff. Can he find any kills? No, not yet. Malphite is just too damn tanky.
Oh, the turn?
For the charm. He gets Husha, but not enough for the kill. Beyond Gaming are going to limp away, but they have that Ocean Soul. Keeping alive for now. That's another charm cooldown being burned here. Beyond Gaming. Yeah, they're going to stick to this one. Is Leon going to find a potential back flank here? I think he could just... Oh, Uniboy going to flash forward, but Kino has the QSS. They get the two Onslaught of Shadows down, but so it will be Kongra. He's just left in no man's land. He's going to go down. Uniboy kiting away once again, but his jungler is going to fall down. But they have bought so much time, enough time for Driver with the TP to come back into this fight. They have to do a Hail Mary play on this one. Driver coming back in 3, 2, 1. TP right back to the scene. Can he find the Shock Blast to make this happen? This time around, Kino does find the Dredge line, and Uniboy goes down. That's the majority of the damage. Little V trying to get the kill back. Driver unable to find the last auto attacks, and Baron finally secured. Ooh, Midgey steps out at the very end. Beyond Gaming with a very close fight. They managed to get everything they wanted.
A very tense situation will be eventually won out by the side of Beyond Gaming, but the one win condition J-Team can find to make things interesting here, to give themselves a chance, is this Elder Dragon, which is about to spawn in 15 seconds. So now it's about buying time for Uniboy to respawn, and for Beyond Gaming, It looked like they gave up position around this objective at first, but because of the death timers, they will still be able to assert their lines around this objective.
I feel like it has to come down to a steal at
last
this point
fight.
from Driver. Can he actually find any
No
poke?
teleport on Uniboy. He has to walk
steal?
back.
Yeah, Beyond Gaming are pulling the Drake out, but they actually fumble it. They give enough time for Uniboy to come into this fight. A miscalculation here. Let's see if JT can use this opportunity. Come roaring back.
They're all
they
in
need
a
is the
choke.
Drake. They're going to use the charm onto Leon. Leon has to ult backwards, and this is a great opportunity. Uniboy has found the fight. Konya going in into Smite Change range. Who's going to take the Elder Drake? The Elder Drake is respawning, but Konya dies. Minji secures the kill, and the Elder Dragon goes over to Beyond Gaming. So close, but so far away. Are we going to get the silver scrapes this time around? It's been 2 weeks, actually the 3rd week overall, but finally we might be getting some of that sweet, sweet silver scrapes music coming into the PCS postseason. That's going to be 1 tower down. Lucian clearing the top wave, Charm missing. Nuwako taking a lot of damage, but it's not enough here. He's almost back up to 3/4 as he heals up. Are we going to see this go all the way? Is game 5 here on the docket? Wako takes another charge. That's J-Team's opportunity. Maybe they can find the damage, thread the needle through these Beyond Gaming members. But the Elder Dragon here, and there's a lot of execute damage. Konya trying to find the angle, decimating charge on. Ultimate being popped by Leona. He does find Wako, but they still can't get across the beefcakes in the front line. Beyond Gaming are going to stay around. They're escorting their last cannon minion. Enzo taking a lot of damage. One more auto attack, and the execution comes through. That's a massive 4-man feather storm. Oh my god, J-Team are nearly obliterated just by the Zaya. Wako goes into Stacy, keeps himself alive. He's going to clean up all the members, and Wako reigns supreme. This is Wako with the triple kill into game 5 for Beyond Gaming.
And into 5 games we go. Beyond Gaming have found the secret to success. Malphite. It is R5 Malphite to save both of these teams. And wow, what a change in